All right, y'all. My name is Sheena with Rise Wellness Village, and today is June 18th, 2024. And this is our weekly tarot reading for the Way of Namaste. And this is Solstice week. So this week on Thursday, we meet the solstice. And in the Northern Hemisphere, this is when the sun is reached its radiant culmination. In the Southern Hemisphere, the solstice represents midwinter. So for many of us, this is a season of play, of the return of light. And we're also in Gene Key 12, which is the divine expression of purity, all about returning to that light. And this solstice tarot reading, I'm going to be using the Archangel Power tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine. And I'm just going to get right into it and see what is alive for us now. So here we've got the heart of the matter, and it's the Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. Money, time, or other new resources flow your way. Your planned new business or career choice will be very successful, and your ability to manifest your dreams is extremely powerful. You may even meet someone soon who can open doors for you. Laying down long-term financial plans is also wise at this time. Land or home purchases are also very possible for you right now. This card also may indicate a very lucrative idea or a change in job or a promotion, a helping hand. This card is all about bright prospects this week. And of course it is. It's the solstice. It's the return of our bounty, our play, the brightest light that we'll have all year. So upcoming challenge or pitfall to watch out for this week is the 3 of Raphael. There's great reason to celebrate. Your hopes are realized and a time of public recognition or parties are at hand. If you're working too hard, find some time to have fun, to relax, or even take a vacation. Embrace and acknowledge the people in your life who love and support you. Take time to experience the joy and peace that comes from a community of uplifting friends. So if you've been working really hard, this is your opportunity to slow down. So we are at the end of Gemini season, and I don't know about y'all, but Gemini season feels like it went a million miles an hour. And it was an air sign, and air signs are all about networking, socializing, communicating, and maybe it felt like you had a million events last month. Or this month, I should say. We are transitioning into Cancer season. The beginning of solstice marks the beginning of now coming into our emotional realms, as Cancer is a water sign. It's archetypally known as the crab. And so when we think about this crab, this is just our exterior shell that we have around us. And sometimes we can get a little bit crabby if people are not honoring our sacred space, our place of retreating. Even sometimes if we have to make it, this is a really important message to take the time for you, however that looks. We can't pour from an empty cup. So if you've been going during Gemini season, permission to rest, permission to slow down and be with what is. This is the dance of embodiment, is integration. We can't go from one climactic experience to another without taking the time to digest it and allow our bodies to experience the upgrades that it's just been privy to. So right now with solstice season, this is data pouring through our light source, pouring into our light source. So take some time to be outside. Enjoy those solar codes. I know I'm going to be making a special time to catch the sunrise this week on Lido Beach with some sisters, just to honor this new season of growth, of birth, of regeneration, of culmination after a long 6 months of more inward experiences, at least in my behalf. So where we're coming from is the 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life, and this is a beautiful moment where it seems as though you have it all. Your family is loving and happy. You may still work hard, but there is a feeling of satisfaction and peace when you come home. Your relationships with your children or other family members are peaceful and harmonious. Relationships can be a lot of work, but they are worth it. Your hopes and dreams are within reach. If it's a beautiful home life you're seeking, you're on the right path. Additional meanings of this card are all about happy romantic partnerships, trustworthy relationships, and the end of a stressful period of time. Believe in your happy ever after. It's here for you now. What we're conscious of is the page of Raphael. Your feelings can be so enlightening, and this card heralds a message with great emotional impact. Your psychic gifts may be rising to a whole new level, or you may find yourself rising to a whole new level. You may find yourself in love with a whole new project or endeavor. This card may represent a person who stirs up your romantic or emotional life. Communication is very important, especially if the person is someone that you're already involved with. So recognizing when we have enlightening experiences, this is a beautiful time to reflect on them. How are you receiving this new emotional imprint in your environment? And how is your environment receiving your new emotional vibration? Until we can fully integrate them, we may feel a sense of separateness. So this may also come as a time to add a sweet and gentle approach to showing your feelings this week. Maybe inviting someone in who's warm and loving, but also possibly shy. Someone who's dreamy and sensitive, creative, amorous, maybe naive. This additional meaning also suggests maybe a special invitation or a special new friend. I know this past weekend we invited children into our shamanic space, and it added such a beautiful breath of fresh air to just have that purity, that aliveness, that sweetness. And so this card might reference actually taking some time out to be with those sweet, youthful, innocent children this week and making a special priority while it's the beginning of summer, the ending of the school year for them. What is some way that you could make this time really, really special? So what's coming up for us? This is the Ace of Gabriel. A wonderful gift is coming your way. It promises passion, opportunity, and inspiration. This is the time of action when you're called to take up whatever activity motivates you most to make great changes in your life. Don't hesitate to move forward. It isn't necessary to know every single detail of what comes next in order to spring into action. You may be offered a new job or a promotion, or you could even start your own business. Accept new adventures and opportunities with open arms. Additional meaning for this card reveals a sense of wonder, or maybe even news of a pregnancy or a birth. Whenever I think of birth, I'm also thinking about fresh ideas, the birth of our idea children. So what are we maybe not conscious of this week? Something that's coming up from our shadow. This is the 6 of Michael. So just know and trust. Your archangels are letting you know you are on your way to happier times. The situation that had you feeling stressed and worried is now behind you. A new day is dawning with sunny skies on the horizon. Embrace the changes and leave the past behind. You can now breathe a sigh of relief and begin to make new plans. Don't be afraid to ask for help in implementing the changes you desire. So, if you have been harboring over a situation, trust that in any given moment, an enlightening thought can pop in and reveal a completely new way of being. And sometimes this way of being is so highly evolved that you hadn't even conceived how you could create a system, an environment of yes and. You know, one of the most enlightening things that came into my awareness this week was such a simplistic thought, and something that I thought that I had already embodied a long time ago, but I recognized how unstable that thought can be sometimes, which is why it comes back around until it can be more and more evolved. And what I recognize is the masculine principle creates the safety in the space. And once we have the foundation of the safety in the space, only then is the feminine aspect able to tap into the quantum field to pull out a solution that doesn't stem from the problem, but a solution that would never have otherwise been there if the feminine hadn't already been able to resource her safety. And this is why it's so important to authentically communicate in your environment so that you can create the foundation of safety and so that you can ask for support. If you're not feeling the foundation of safety and you can reach out to someone that can create safety in your environment, now you have been able to gift yourself with a period of rest, of relaxation, of wonder, of magic. Because now that your needs are satiated, you get to tap into possibility. And there you can arrive at a place. And that place for me is heaven on earth. Because that's where free will is. Because I'm not reacting, I get to respond. My needs are met, and now I see endless potential and possibility, where before I only saw limitation and scarcity. If we want to expand our consciousness, we have to start with safety. We have to make sure that our resources are met multidimensionally. And when we can provide this in our environment, then everyone can tap into the frequency of magic. No longer having to create some imprint that we are not already whole and perfect as we are, so that we have to find a solution that meets that need. Instead, when we recognize that we are already whole and perfect as we are, and anything that we seek outside of us only adds to that of which we already are. And there we create a whole new way of being, a whole new way of relating, a whole new way of sacred play. So what are we thinking about this week? It's the King of Raphael. So situationally, yes, it's safe to trust. You have the ability to accomplish great things at this time. Indulge any longing you may have to create art or music. Lend a hand to those around you who need assistance. Expect to meet someone you can really trust, who's driven by the heart. Wise and heartfelt advice really makes a difference. This card may refer to people, a warm and generous person who understands human nature, someone who takes romantic relationships and close friendships very seriously, a humanitarian, an honorable, someone who's refined, chivalrous, and highly regarded, a patron of the arts, a peacemaker, a father or a father figure, or someone that has an interest in the healing arts, maybe honoring and celebrating the masculine. In our environment this week is the Night of Michael. It's time for swift action. It's going to be necessary to move with great decisiveness and confidence. Develop a plan and know exactly how to carry it forward. There is a great deal of activity here, and this card encourages you to follow your mind over your hearts for the result you desire. While you're urged to act quickly, you mustn't act impulsively. This card in reference to people suggests that this is a person who's able to accomplish many things at once, someone with a brilliant mind and the capacity to solve any intellectual problem, someone who is strong, focused, committed, and educated. This card could also indicate sudden changes in your environment, so be mindful if there is a lack of diplomacy here. So while we're thinking about the mind over their heart, we have to be thinking, is there a balance? Is there a reason why we're choosing the mind over the heart? And sometimes we need to think intellectually and logically, and we need to be discerning so that we're not just captivated by the heart. I think this is a message that women need to learn and remember sometimes, so that we're not always just seeking an emotional solution, but we're also creating one that impacts us in the material realm so that we can have that place of safety. So hopes and fears this week. This is the Sun, Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful and great things are headed your way. Your plans will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Keep your thoughts and words positive and you will thrive. Believe in yourself and those around you during this magical time in your life. Archangel Uriel brings brilliant epiphanies to those who ask for this help. Inspiring new ideas lead the way to abundance and happiness. Public recognition or awards are also very possible during this time. This card indicates happiness, a trustworthy relationship, understanding oneself, personal satisfaction. Uriel is the archangel known for brilliant ideas that come in golden flashes of light. He is also associated with emotional healing and understanding. Call upon Archangel Uriel whenever you're searching for a sunny disposition that brings with it success and exuberance. So the outcome this week, this is the Strength card. You have great strength and compassion. The kindness and understanding that you give to others are a blessed gift. However, it is equally important to show gentleness toward yourself. You may see aspects within you that cause you worry or impatience, but every person is a child of God. It is by balancing all aspects of yourself with love and mercy that you can learn to exhibit those same qualities to people around you. You are far stronger than you may believe. The situation you find yourself in requires a very soft and sensitive approach. Archangel Ariel can help you stay strong in the face of any challenge. Archangel Ariel is the angel known for protecting animals, the environment, and those who seek to safeguard our world. Her name means Lioness of God, and she can inspire great courage in the hearts of those who call upon her. Archangel Ariel is also known to be an angel, manifesting the essentials of daily life. Call upon Ariel if you're feeling uncertain of experiencing a lack of confidence, and she will help you get in touch with your own inner strength. You know, when I think of this card, I think of Leo as well, and our solar plexus, and our divine will. In the card, she's placing her hand in the mouth of a lion. She's tamed the lion. She's tamed thy will over my will, and she's in sacred service, and not as a martyr, but in service to the whole. And from that place, she receives the satiation that this is her celebrated sovereign choice. And anytime she falls out of alignment with that choice, she can always come back to herself and make a new choice. That's the power of the sun. It returns every day, whether or not we've earned it or not, knowing that we've always earned it and we always deserve the light to shine on us. So this this solstice season, allow the sun to shine on you. Allow yourself to receive the rest, just like the sun does every night. We don't judge the sun for resting. We appreciate that it's part of the cycle of the sun to rest. We don't always have to be a full battery going. In fact, we can't be. In order to keep going and have vitality and sustenance and joy and pleasure and creativity and magic and vitality in our lives, in order to be a healer, we first have to be a caregiver. Because if we're not caregiving, then we're caretaking. And so this week asks you to slow down and caregive to yourself. Rest, digest, be with what is, honoring that the most sacred thing is always what is. Authenticity is a powerfully high vibration because it doesn't need anything to be any which way. It accepts all that is, and in that acceptance, it falls into that unity consciousness to find that next right, inspired action step to make impact, to inspire. You know, when our ancestors told us to sit up, they told us to breathe, to take in the oxygen all the way in, which we can only do with an erect spine. When we fill our bellies with oxygen, we fuel our spirit with the divine. Inspiration is Latin for spirit. In our breath comes our magic. When we can invite in restful, deep, expansive breaths, we step into an entirely new vibrational reality that wasn't available with a curved spine and a crooked heart. So this week, I invite you to tap into the magic of your heart and light yourself up so that you can light the world around you up as well. Sending you so much love this week. Happy solstice. Namaste.